So recently, I asked a few builders on Facebook, what does every leader need? And the answer that came up the most was a mentor. And I agree that when you're starting your leadership journey, especially if you are starting a new leadership journey, that having a good mentor is so important. And even though it is one of the most sought after element in a new leader's journey, it is one of the hardest thing to obtain. And the reason why it is so hard to obtain is because whenever an individual goes to a person that inspires them or that they admire, and they say to them that I want you to be my mentor, or can you be my mentor? That person hears work. Think about it. The individual that you admire, the individual that inspires you is someone who's already doing something great. They are impacting the world or their community. They are moving and traveling often to be able to accomplish the work that they have set out for themselves. And so when they hear, can you be my mentor? All they hear is one more thing added to the list. So it's so important that when you are thinking about getting a mentor, when you're thinking about the process of how to obtain a mentor, you might have to go about it a different way. I believe that the gap is so huge between a new leader becoming very successful in a short period of time is because of the lack of a mentor. There isn't someone that is in place to help that individual cross over from being a new leader into an experienced leader. And this is in any industry. I've seen it in the healthcare industry. I've seen it in the sports arena. I've seen it in the small businesses. It doesn't matter what industry it is, it's the same for every individual. But can I speak to the organization that may be listening to this podcast real quick? And I want to give you a tip, because in order for you to decrease your turnovers and have individuals that are committed to the mission, you need to pair up your new hires with someone who is a seasoned employee. And I'm not just talking about a person who just shows up, they clock in, they're just another body. But I'm talking about the person who you know has added value to your company over the years. I'm talking about the person who goes above and beyond to make sure that your organization is succeeding. You want to take your new hire and you want to pair them with that individual or that mentor so that they can learn the culture and learn the ways of being an excellent leader, so that they can be someone who not only is taking the information from your organization to grow, but they're willing to invest that information back in. Okay, that is so important. I've seen it done wrong so many times, and I know that that is part of the reason why we struggle so much with having new leaders move from being a new leader to an expert leader. Okay, but back to my topic on how can I find a mentor. So there are two types of mentorship. There is the hands-on, face-to-face mentorship, and then there is the admiration from afar mentorship, right? Everyone wants that face-to-face. I want that face-to-face, right? Everyone wants that face-to-face mentorship where you are sitting across from the person, whether it's at the table or a Zoom meeting, but that person has wholeheartedly decided that they're going to invest in you. They have made a commitment to you that over the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year or so, they are going to pour into you. They're going to let you know the ins and out of being a leader. They're going to let you know the ups and downs of being a leader. They are invested into your future. But not everyone have the opportunity to have someone who's willing to say, okay, you asking me to be a mentor or you asking me to be a mentor doesn't necessarily feel like work to me, but it's an honor. It is a blessing. It's something that I can do and give back to, right? So for the ones who struggle with finding someone who's willing to commit, right? Commit to you, to help you in your mentorship, I want you to try this. I want you to find the person that you admire. I want you to grab a pen and paper, and I want you to 10 to 50 questions that you feel like would help you on your journey as a new leader. And I'm talking about everything from salary to how do you advance to how do you help the company grow to how can I, develop personally or professionally. I mean, every single question down to the, when did you even know that this was what you wanted to do? Any question that you can think of that would help you on your journey, I want you to write that down on a piece of paper. And then I want you to invite this person out to dinner. Now, I think that it would be in your best interest to pay and maybe find a place that is not necessarily too expensive. Something that's within your budget, okay? And invite that individual out, sit them down and ask them the questions. How do you operate in this particular position? I want you to just throw those questions in there in between the conversation, right? And this is going to be a great way for you to, one, sit with your leader that you admire, two, get that face to face without it being like, having that stigma of, oh my God, you're my mentor, I'm your mentee, right? That commitment. And then three, having the opportunity to pick that person's brain. That is a great way for you to be able to find a mentor. And then number two is that admiration from afar. I can tell you right now, I don't have many face-to-face, sit down over a table and have lunch or dinner mentor. But baby, I have a lot of mentors in different industries across the nation, many that are on high platforms, and then some local leaders who are doing amazing things, right? I have listened to podcasts, audibles, I have read books, I have listened to every YouTube conversation that you can think of. I have even listened to TED Talks, everything, right? Because I want to make sure that I am the best leader that I can. And I know that I'm not always going to be able to get the opportunity to sit across from Oprah or sit across from TD Jakes or sit across from all of these amazing people that are in different industries like Tony Robbins, right? Or even Simon Sinek, right? I'm not going to sit across from these people. But what I can do is listen to their conversations or read their books or find the ways that they have been able to give out that knowledge to the world. And I just go ahead and take that up for myself. And that is a way that you can also learn how to be mentored by an individual. I mean, if we really want to be honest, having a mentor or being mentored really isn't more than just being coached by that individual. All you're saying is, I love the language that you speak. I like the way that you move. I like the way that you communicate to others. I like what you are doing, and that is something that I admire, and that is something that I want to embody and learn how to embrace, and then, of course, learn how to make it my own, right? That is all that a mentor is. And so once you learn that, you will understand that having a mentor doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have a one-on-one, face-to-face, across from the table type of mentorship, but you can be in a group. You can have it on social. You could be someone that you find admirable on social media, wherever it is. And so that's why I am super excited about creating Lead Well, because Lead Well is a membership-based group where we can come together as new leaders and be able to just learn about how to grow as a new leader. It is the opportunity to have that face-to-face, right? That across the table Zoom meeting, right? And also be able to have that admiration from afar type of program. And so that is so important, because I know that I have asked people in my life to be mentors and they have not responded. They have looked at me like I was crazy. And then when I've gotten to a certain place in my life, you find that those very same people who didn't want to touch you then, or didn't want to put their hands on you then because they didn't know what you were going to become or who you were going to become, right? Are the same people that are trying to be a part of your life now. But one of the things that I thought was very awkward was asking someone to be something for me that I just did not know how to do yet, and then being looked at like, why are you asking me that question? So I'm taking that feeling of embarrassment out of the picture for you, and I'm asking you, will you be my mentee? So this is an opportunity for you guys to just jump in and just kind of learn more about being a leader. I'm super excited about it. So definitely go over to our website and just click on that because it's going to be definitely great. As a recap from just today, just know that there are different ways that you can be mentored. It doesn't have to be the traditional way. There are many different ways to be mentored, and you just have to find a way around what you need and making that happen for you.